Thank you very much, Shmuel. Sometimes it's important to remind everybody that still we have some communities outside Israel and outside North America, and for sure in Europe. We are especially facing to a very difficult moment, as you know. On March 19 in Toulouse, as everybody knows, we had a terrorist attack. That was for us, and I will say for the whole Jewry, a big shock. And I will just say, as a president of an institution who is in France, in charge of education, it's happened in a school, in charge of youth, in charge of security, it was personally a big shock and a big responsibility, because unfortunately, what's happened in Toulouse on that morning, we were prepared. I have to tell you as difficult it is, but we were prepared since years to have these kind of things. We try to prevent it, and we know there is never 100% security, but we failed, and I have to tell, and it's very difficult for me to say again today, we, the Jewish community, the French Jewish community, we failed for a reason that we had not enough money to give the security that we needed at that time at this place. As a Jewish community all over the world, we used to give education, extra education from the country that we live. We have public schools, but we have Jewish schools, and these Jewish schools, we have to support it, to finance it. We have our own solidarity organization, but we have also the security. We have to give more security to the Jews. Unfortunately today, even the French government is very involved on the problem of the security. But it's happened something very clear that morning in that school. The security agent that we need in all our schools was not there because we had no money to pay him. And in any case, for sure, we cannot say that if it was there, no terrorist attack, but something is sure. This small girl, Miriam Monsenego, she was inside the school. If we had a security agent, the terrorists cannot come inside. If the door was just closed, we saved at least this life. It means it's a very difficult situation we are facing. What is our priority? More education, more solidarity. Who is more important? The new generation, the old people. We have to see how we have to work to have not to come to one choice, which is leaving Judaism or making the Aliyah. And I'm sure for this poll from the Israelis to have all the Jews from all over the world to make the Aliyah is a dream. It's a Zionist dream. But for the moment, our responsibility is to give the possibility to the Jews who want to live in diaspora to do it, and with their Judaism. And this is something difficult. And I will say, it was a terrible moment. The President Shimon Peres called our community, the Prime Minister Netanyahu. We received calls from everywhere, from United States, from our friends, from everywhere. Especially, I will say, we felt very close to the Turkish Jewish community because they faced the same problem a few years before, and we are very close, and we felt, and especially I personally felt when they called me in the morning to say they share our emotion. We were looking to Israel and to the support of Israel. It was nice. They pay the 4 coffins transportation. They give us a lot of of very warm message. It was very nice, and I will come back on that. 3-4 years ago, the Prime Minister Olmert invited me to chair this Israel diaspora new paradigm. And the conclusion of this committee was present last year here, the year before, and I think the year again before. And it's very nice because it's some minutes I have to again talk about that every year. I don't know for how long I will be still invited to talk with the same committee about the same story without any results. It was nice. But every year it was, I'm sure that everybody will fed up to listen about that. And this recommendation is to change a paradigm. During, let's say, more than 60 years, before the establishment of the State of Israel, the diaspora supports Israel. The world Jewry built the State of Israel with money, with political support, especially from America, and with Aliyah. But time is changing. And I will say, if 79% of the Israelis think that Jews from diaspora have to send money to Israel, I think this is going to maybe to change. We need also the support of Israel, maybe in terms of money. 98% of the budget of the State of Israel in 1948 was supported by the Jews from America. 98% of the budget. If we imagine 1% of the Israeli budget of today to be invested in diaspora, to keep Judaism, to invest in diaspora, to reinforce the Jewish identity, to continue to expect to have more Zionism in diaspora, 1% of the Israeli budget, it will be a big change. Now the point is, we are talking about the war Jewry. It's nice. We discussed war Jewry, and I remember one very interesting comment of Kissinger, Henry Kissinger, 20 years ago, when someone asked him, what's the relation between United States and European Union? And he asked, European Union, which phone number? Because at that time, who was the European Union? And the question is very significant. You mentioned it. Who is a world Jewry? Abi, I love the Anti-Defamation League. I love the Conference of Presidents, the World Jewish Congress, the Jewish Agency, the WTO. But who finally is a world Jewry? Who can be the interface to talk about the world Jewry with the State of Israel? Joël Fliss, she wrote a wonderful book giving some ideas to some ways, to have some new initiative, to have something. World Jewry, I will say, is for sure changing on his relation with the diaspora. What we expect, I will say, in Europe, we mainly, deeply, we need to continue to have Israel as a model, as you say, Abi. We need to have Israel as a democratic Jewish state. This is the main support for us Jews in diaspora. And as Elie Wiesel used to say, we Jews, we can live outside of Israel, but we cannot live without Israel. But which Israel? Israel is a democratic Jewish state. That is, I would say, at this level today, the most important thing that world Jewry is expecting from Israel. Thank you.